WNBA sensation Caitlin Clark has scored numerous honors for her skills on the court, and now she can add another title after an incredible rookie season, Time's 2024 Athlete of the Year. Clark was awarded the league's Rookie of the Year award after a record-breaking season. She was the first rookie to be named the All-WNBA first team since 2008 and broke the league's single-game and single-season assist records. But Clark did more than just dazzle on the court this past season. She has quickly become one of, if not the most popular stars in the WNBA, and the league as a whole has benefited. Sports media company Boardroom says the WNBA was the fastest growing brand in the United States this year. Sabrina Merchant joins us for more. She's a women's basketball staff writer for The Athletic. Sabrina, thanks for being here. How did the Caitlin Clark effect impact the WNBA in her first season?
I think it's almost impossible to overstate what an impact Caitlin had on the WNBA, just in terms of everybody around the country knowing what the WNBA was, knowing who the Indiana Fever were, and tuning into games in a rate that we've never seen in the history of the league. I don't want to say that she single-handedly raised the platform of the league in its season, but I do think that she, more than anyone, has been able to make the WNBA part of the national consciousness in a way that we've just never seen before.
What about women's sports as a whole?
Well, I think with women's soccer, we've seen the U.S. women's national team do a great job of bringing that to the forefront of the national consciousness. Women's hockey is having a bit of a moment with its second year of its professional league, the PWHL. Women's volleyball is really exploding at the collegiate level. So there is this, simultaneous explosion of women's sports throughout multiple properties. But I think what we're seeing in women's basketball is pretty unique, and Caitlin's a big part of that.
We're here to see it all. In her interview with Time, Clark mentioned her interest in representing the U.S. in the Olympics and her, quote, rivalry with Chicago Sky star Angel Reese. What did you make of her comments?
Yeah, I thought she was more candid about the Olympic decision than I'd heard her in the past, just with her acknowledgement that she felt that she deserved to be on the team, but also accepting that the 12 players who were on the team, it was very difficult to make an argument for any of them to not take part in the Olympics. Just knowing that it fuels her and motivates her to continue to succeed at the WNBA level and eventually be a part of the Olympic team in Los Angeles is all what we would come to expect out of Caitlin Clark. But I thought her perspective about, thinking that she had deserved a spot kind of meshed with what, I'd been thinking at the time and what a lot of other people had been thinking at the time, despite the rough start to her professional career. So it was nice to hear that out of Caitlin's mouth in particular, just to know that she felt a certain way about her accomplishments and that, just a little bit of fuel to provide her as she works, in the rest of her professional career.
Well, and real quick, you said it wasn't her completely single-handedly. We got to talk about Angel Reese and her season as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think, almost 10 million people watched the national title game in 2023 between LSU and Iowa when LSU won a pretty dominant game, and Angel Reese had her moment getting to show Caitlin Clark that they had, won the national championship. And the fact that they entered the league at the same time, are in two Midwest cities that have a bit of a local rival with each other and had really exciting games against each other throughout the regular season, has just added more fuel to the fire. I do think it's worth noting that Caitlin has a lot of respect for Angel, even if the two of them aren't going to be best friends. That's great. We don't need them to be best friends as long as they respect each other professionally and bring out the best in one another. And I think we've seen that over the course of their college careers and their very brief WNBA careers thus far.
Sabrina Merchant, thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely.